Today's lesson is called Mother's Day. It's history and celebration. Day 2. Hi everyone, my name is Jeff.
I'm Roger. Today we're going to continue talking about Mother's Day. We've got a good reason to discuss Mother's Day because, hey, today is Friday, and guess what Sunday is? This coming Sunday in just 2 days. It's Mother's Day. So kids, and especially Dad, you better think of something fast because if you don't have some flowers prepared and a nice card and a reservation at a nice restaurant, you are going to be in really big trouble. You got to do something for your mother or your wife on Mother's Day. They don't have to do anything for you on Father's Day. Who cares? You know, you still have to go to work on Father's Day. But on Mother's Day, that's different. We need to recognize the sacrifices that our mothers have made for raising those dear children.
That's true. But what you said about Father's Day is also true. Father's Day is kind of terrible in the West. But hey, let's focus on moms. Moms and mothers do sacrifice a whole lot, so let's not make light of that. Fathers do sacrifice, but not nearly as much as mothers do for the most part. Now, on day 1, we mostly talked about Mother's Day in the West. Okay, modern Mother's Day and the way it's celebrated in places like America. Today, though, we are going to branch out. We're going to be talking about other countries outside of the United States. Let's say maybe they're in Europe, maybe they're in Latin America, and maybe we'll even talk about Mother's Day in Southeast Asia. So, folks, it's going to be a fun lesson. Stay tuned. We'll start reading from day 2 of our lesson on Mother's Day right after this.
Of course, Mother's Day is not a solely American holiday, and depending on where you are in the world, the celebrations differ. In Mexico, aside from receiving gifts and being the guest of honor at family gatherings, mothers enjoy being serenaded on May 10th. In Japan, art contests used to be held, wherein children entered drawings of their mothers, and the winning picture was displayed around the country. Today, celebrations are more personal, with folks cooking homemade dishes for their moms. Meanwhile, in the United Kingdom, many treat their mothers to simnel cake, a fruit cake that also marks the end of the fasting period associated with Lent.
大家好，今天第一个单字我们看到的是 solely， 这个字当作副词，代表仅仅、单独的意思。例如 ，The accident was solely Victoria's fault， 这起意外完全是 Victoria 的错。接下来我们看到的单字是 differ。这个字当作动词，它有不同、相异的意思，所以我们可以说 The food at the 2 restaurants differs, but they are both great places to eat. 那2间餐厅的食物不一样，但它们都是用餐的好去处。再来，我们看到的单字是 gathering， 这个字当作名词，代表聚会、集会的意思。例如 Jacob and Mariah are having a small gathering at their townhouse tomorrow evening.Jacob 和 Mariah 明天晚上将在他们的宅邸举行小型聚会。接下来我们看到的单字是 contest， 这个字当作名词，它有竞赛或是竞争的意思。例如，歌唱比赛最后，评审站起来对表演者说了一些赞美的话。英文可以这么说 At the end of the singing contest, the judges stood up to say a few nice things about the performers. 再来我们看到的单字是 wherein， 这个字当作连接词，它有在此处或是在其中的意思，所以我们可以说 This coffee shop wherein I often study during holidays is opened by a famous actor. 这间咖啡店我假日时常在这念书，他是一位有名演员开的。
All right, now remember, last time on our program we were talking about the origins of Mother's Day in the West. We talked about celebrations in ancient Greece and Rome, and we also talked about Mother's Day in the United States. But of course, Mother's Day is not a solely American holiday, and depending on where you are in the world, the celebrations differ. Okay, so solely here just means not only an American holiday. Not only the Americans celebrate celebrate Mother's Day, but other countries celebrate Mother's Day as well. It's not only an American holiday, and it depends on where you are. The celebrations will be different. Here, differ just means to be different.
To be different or to not be alike. That's all there is to it. Anyways, the word solely, like Roger said before, means only. So Mother's Day is not a solely American holiday, or this holiday, Mother's Day, is not an American holiday alone. You could have said it either way. Anyways, to go ahead and move on, the next sentence says, in Mexico, remember, we're not focusing on America alone today. In Mexico, aside from receiving gifts and being the guest of honor at family gatherings, mothers enjoy being serenaded on May 10th. So if you are in Mexico on May 10th, you might hear some singing because on May 10th, Mother's Day in Mexico and Latin America there, people sing a lot. They serenade their mothers. Anyways, yes, to serenade is to sing lovely songs to someone. I believe an actual serenade is a song that a young man is supposed to sing to a young lady outside of her window. He's supposed to sing a serenade, or he's supposed to serenade this young lady so that she falls in love with him. But here, you don't want your mother to fall in love with you. She already loves you to death, but not in that way. So if you serenade your mother, you're just singing to her in a lovely way. Anyways, in Mexico, aside from receiving gifts, or in addition to these things, apparently the mother is going to be the guest of honor at family gatherings, which makes sense. It's Mother's Day. Why would your mother not be the guest of honor at your family gathering? Anyways, what's a gathering? A gathering is a get-together. It's a meeting. It's a festive situation where people have come together.
And of course, in Mexico, most of the people there are Catholics, and Catholics have big families, so you can expect this family gathering to have lots and lots of people there. And they, of course, enjoy being serenaded. As you said before, someone sings to them. They may hire a mariachi band to come over, or they might just have some crooner come on over, like Julio Iglesias might come over with a guitar. Or, hey, what the heck, maybe Father himself will pick up a guitar and strum out some nice songs for Mother on Mother's Day. It will be a memorable occasion. Now, let's go on to Japan here. In Japan, art contests used to be held. Okay, this was a way in Japan they used to celebrate Mother's Day. I don't know if they do this anymore because it says they used to be held, which implies that they're not held anymore. But a contest is a competition, and an art contest would probably mean people do drawings or paint paintings, and then they're entered in the contest. You have judges, and the judges decide which painting or which drawing is the winner.
Yeah, in a contest, people compete. These people compete to see who can do something the best. That's all there is to it. And apparently in Japan, people used to celebrate Mother's Day with art contests. These art contests used to be held on Mother's Day. And let's hear about these contests. In Japan, art contests, I should say, used to be held wherein children entered drawings of their mothers, and the winning picture was displayed around the country. How about that? How cool. Now, before we move on, let's talk about this word wherein. Wherein is one word. You take the two words where and in, and you shove them together. But this word, even though it does look strange, has a very simple meaning. It means in which. What happened during these contests? Well, what happened was that children drew pictures of their mothers, entered these drawings into the contests, and then someone said, this picture looks best, let's display it around the country. That's what was going on in this particular contest.
They probably made copies. They would send forwards around on the internet or on TV. Of course, everybody stretching from Hokkaido down to Okinawa would have a chance to see the winning picture for Mother's Day. Now, today's celebrations are more personal, with folks cooking homemade dishes for their moms. I assume this means in Japan. So again, as we said, it sounds like they don't have this contest anymore, but that probably still doesn't stop a lot of Japanese kids from trying to draw nice pictures of their mothers anyway. Now, moving on, meanwhile, in the UK, the United Kingdom, Many treat their mothers to simnel cake, a fruit cake that also marks the end of the fasting period associated with Lent. Okay, so I guess the tradition of Lent is still alive and well in the UK, of England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. And, of course, they have this cake there, simnel cake. It's a kind of fruit cake. Fruit cake, of course, is something that my grandmother used to give us at Christmas or something like that. We hated it. We thought it tasted terrible. But I suppose there are good examples of fruit cake out there. I've never had simnel cake myself, nor have I heard of it. I probably should know about simnel cake if it comes from the UK because my ancestors are Scottish, although I don't know if the Scots had simnel cake. Maybe it's from England or something. I don't know. Maybe I could ask Nick here who works here. He knows all about the UK because that's where he's from. But in any case here, this particular fruitcake marks the end of this fasting period. Fasting, my goodness, you really have to stop eating for 40 days?
No, that would kill you. Sometimes you fast maybe one day a week during Lent, or maybe just one day throughout the entire period of Lent, because if you abstain from eating food for 40 days, you would probably starve to death. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about fasting. Okay, what is fasting? Well, when people engage in fasting, they fast. Yes, fasting and then the verb fast. Okay, that's where it comes from. To fast is to abstain from food or to not eat food for some period of time. And usually people fast for religious purposes. I know that Muslims during Ramadan, Muslims fast. They abstain from both food and drink, including water, from sunup to sundown. They're very serious about their fasting during Ramadan, whereas Catholics like myself, during Lent, there might be one day of fasting where you can still drink water. It's not that big a deal, but there is some fasting. And when you're done fasting, you're hungry. So, of course, you want to tucker into a fruitcake, right? Wrong. Like Roger said before, fruitcake is disgusting. I've also never had simnel cake before, but during the holidays, around Christmas time, everyone gets fruitcake. And I'm pretty sure there's only one fruitcake in existence, and people just keep on passing it back and forth because no one actually eats the fruitcake. They get it as a gift, and then they give it away as a gift. No one opens it up and eats it because fruitcake is disgusting. It's better as a doorstop than it is as something to eat.
Well, maybe we should give it a second try. Who knows? Maybe there's such a thing as good fruitcake, like simnel cake. Maybe it is actually quite tasty. Okay, let's move on now to the next part of our lesson. We'll listen to it first, and then we'll discuss it.
The date of the holiday also varies. Not every country observes Mother's Day in May. In Thailand, where the holiday was originally adopted as a way to promote the royal family, Mother's Day falls on August 12th, the birthday of the Queen of Thailand. In Argentina, the holiday takes place on the third Sunday of October, while in Norway, it occurs on the second Sunday in February.
All right, everyone, let's talk some more about Mother's Day. Apparently, the date of this holiday varies. It's not the same from place to place. No. The date of the holiday also varies. Not every country observes Mother's Day in May. Get this, in Thailand, they're in Southeast Asia. In Thailand, where the holiday was originally adopted as a way to promote the royal family, Mother's Day falls on August 12th, the birthday of the Queen of Thailand. So you might be thinking, in most situations, Mother's Day is in May. So why is this particular Mother's Day, this Mother's Day festival celebration in Thailand there, why is it held in August? How random. Well, it's not random at all. Mother's Day in Thailand falls on August 12th because that's the birthday of the Queen Mother there in Thailand.
They love their royal family in Thailand. It's unfortunate they lost their king a couple of years ago. But in any case, they celebrate Mother's Day on August 12th because that's the birthday of the Queen of Thailand. Now, in Argentina, down in South America, the holiday takes place on the third Sunday of October. Now, that's in the fall. That's interesting. That, of course, is down in Argentina. And to take place just means to happen or occur. And while in Norway here, it occurs on the second Sunday in February for whatever reason. So if you're in Oslo and you're there on the second Sunday in February, you're going to be wondering why these people are celebrating Mother's Day. Hey, isn't that until May or August or something like that? No, in Norway, they celebrate Mother's Day on the second Sunday of February. Okay, that brings us to the end of that part of our lesson for today. Let's wrap things up by looking at the final part right now.
There are many ways to celebrate Mother's Day, but no matter when or how it's done, showing gratitude and love to one's mom is a timeless gesture. After all, where would we be without our mothers?
今天最后一个单字，我们看到的是 gratitude。这个字当作名词，它有感谢、感激的意思。例如 Jennifer always felt great gratitude to her uncle for paying for her university education. Jennifer 对于叔叔支付她的大学学费，总有无尽的感谢。
Okay, everyone, let's go ahead and start wrapping up our lesson on Mother's Day. I'll be very sad when we're through. I've had a blast talking about Mother's Day and mothers and how much they do for us. Now, I don't think there will be an article on Father's Day coming up anytime soon, but you know what? I'm okay with that, Roger.
Me too. I'm kind of used to Father's Day being kind of a joke, basically. But Mother's Day is something to be taken seriously. Do not joke about this day or your mother will be very angry. But in any case here, there are lots of ways to celebrate Mother's Day to make them happy. But no matter when or how it's done, showing gratitude and love to one's mom is a timeless gesture. And remember, don't just do this only on Mother's Day. Show your appreciation on each of the other 364 days of the year as well, or again, you're going to be in big trouble. So indeed, you need to show gratitude. Gratitude just means appreciation, to show your thanks, to recognize the sacrifices that your mother has made for you, and that without having made those sacrifices, you would be nothing. You're probably going to end up picking berries on some farm in southern China somewhere.
Very simply, I don't know about that, but very simply, gratitude is proper appreciation. Yes, a person with gratitude is both thankful and grateful for what others have done for them. They show the proper appreciation to mom, who, after all, has sacrificed everything for them. Anyways, people with gratitude, they're good people. They show the proper appreciation. They return favors with kindness and maybe even other favors or stuff like that. Anyways, here's a good example sentence. If somebody gives you a good present, you need to express gratitude. You need to say, thank you. Or you need to not return the gift. You should give this person a gift in return, I should say. If you take that gift and you return it, that means you don't like it. So you take it back to the store to get money back or to get something else. That would not be showing gratitude if you were to return a person's gift after they've given it to you. No. If someone gives you a gift, do something nice to them or for them in return. Anyways, let's go ahead and read the final sentence of our lesson. It's actually a question. It asks, after all, where would we be without our mothers? Yeah, Roger, where would you be without your mother? And this time, try to be serious.
Well, first of all, if I didn't have a mother, I wouldn't have been born. But assuming that I was born and my mother did not make those sacrifices, I'd probably be working some horrible job somewhere in a factory, or maybe even I could be homeless, a transient, living in Portland, Oregon, or something like that, begging people for handouts and making a general fool of myself. Instead of the captain of industry that I am now, I'm the big boss of a company. I drive a really expensive German luxury car, and I own 6 and 7 apartments in Taipei and Kaohsiung. Without my mother, I would be nothing.
There you have it, folks. Okay, our lesson on Mother's Day is now complete. It's now in the books, but don't go away. The Chinese teacher is waiting in the wings.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文第一部分有一个句子是 In Mexico, aside from receiving gifts and being the guest of honor at family gatherings, mothers enjoy being serenaded on May 10th. 在墨西哥，每一年5月10号当天，母亲除了会收到礼物，并且成为家族聚会的座上宾之外，还能欣赏为他们献唱的歌曲。好，句子里面的 serenade 当名词是指小夜曲，它通常是指爱人在窗下唱的或是弹奏的情歌，对着女生唱的情歌这样。好，那它当动词就表示对什么什么唱歌。那这边要补充一个片语 aside from。Aside from 后面要接名词或动名词，那它有2种含义。第一种是表达除了什么什么以外还有什么，这表示说后面的人事物是有包括在内的，意思就跟 besides 或是 in addition to 相同。举例来说 Aside from singing, she's also good at dancing. 她除了很会唱歌，也很会跳舞。好，那第二种含义是指说除了什么什么以外就没有什么什么，那表示后面的人事物是不包括在内的，那这时候它的意思就跟 except for 相同。例如 The food was pretty good aside from the soup. 除了汤以外，其他的食物都还不错。好，那顺便提醒同学们 apart from 跟 aside from 的用法都是一样的， apart from 后面也是接名词或动名词，那它也有刚刚说的那2种含义。好，那接着读到课文第二部分，有一个句子他说 In Thailand, where the holiday was originally adopted as a way to promote the royal family, Mother's Day falls on August 12th, the birthday of the Queen of Thailand. 在泰国，母亲节的立意原本是要来宣扬皇室，那所以它的日期是选在泰国皇后的诞辰8月12日。好，那这边我们来介绍一下关系副词 where， 它引导关系子句的限定用法还有非限定用法。听起来有点复杂，但没关系，我们来解释看看。Where 当关系副词的时候啊，它可以引导形容词子句去修饰表示地方的先行词。当这个先行词它不是独一无二的，它不是特定的，不是明确的，那你这时候就要用限定用法。Where 的前面不加逗号。那 where 这时候引导子句就是去限定先行词的范围。举例来说 This is a place where you can feel at home. 这是一个你可以觉得放松，觉得自己像在家里一样舒适的地方。那么先行词 a place 它不明确嘛，所以我们后面的 where you can feel at home 就是来限定它的范围。好，当先行词它是独一无二特定明确的地方名词的时候，你就要用非限定用法了。那么 where 的前面要加逗号，那这时候 where 引导的子句只是用来补充说明先行词。举例来说 We went to Da'an Forest Park, where the outdoor concert was held. 我们去大安森林公园，户外音乐会就在那边举行。好，那大安森林公园很明确，所以我们后面的 where the outdoor concert was held 是用来补充说明，那中间要有逗号。回头来看课文的句子 Thailand 泰国它是特定明确的先行词，所以我们就看到它跟 where 之间是有逗号隔开。那么 where the holiday was originally adopted as a way to promote the royal family 这个子句就是用来补充说明泰国。好，那以上是今天的重点整理，我们接着回顾今天单字吧。
Solely. You passed that class solely because you did well on the final exam. Differ.Make sure you know how the laws differ from those at home before you travel to another country. Gathering. I can't wait to see my distant cousins at our family gathering next month. Contest. The writing contest is open to participants between the ages of 14 and 18. Wherein. This class, wherein you learn the basics of math, is essential to understand advanced classes.Gratitude. My gratitude for your assistance on this project cannot be overstated.
Discussion starter starts now!
Roger, do you celebrate Mother's Day? What sorts of traditions do you follow?
Yes, indeed, I celebrate Mother's Day. We try to present a special gift for my wife. It's supposed to be done by my daughter because it is, after all, Mother's Day. And because my real mother lives in the United States, of course, the best I can do is give her a call. And she has so much junk in her house already that I just don't get her any kind of gift. And she's thankful for that because she doesn't want anything else in the house there. But she does appreciate hearing from me, hearing my sweet little voice. How about you?
Well, to celebrate Mother's Day, my family and I put together a care package for my mom and put it in the mail, and then we Skype her or we FaceTime her to tell her Happy Mother's Day and to also tell her that the care package is on the way and it's filled with goodies for good old dear mom. Okay, everyone, with that, today's article is now complete. But as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.